Well, howdy, friends and neighbors. It is Mock Draft Thursday. We're going to do this one live. We have plenty to get to. A lot of new wrinkles at the Pro Day circuit, and I'm looking pretty much forward to it. This is going to be fun. Hope you guys are with us. This is RGR Football. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you're ready for this. This is going to be a fun one because a couple of things have changed, and a lot of prospects are making a lot of noise right now here. Seems this week a lot of the guys that were waiting for explosion actually waited on it correctly and got it to go off. A lot of changes. If you're new to the channel right now, click the like and the sub and the bell notification so you know what's going on and what's coming next. We will have something for you tomorrow, probably another draft crush, and then we'll be back into it. We've been doing a lot of little things this week, and some of the bigger features are still yet to come as I am grinding away on the athletic matrix. That is going to be out as soon as humanly possible. The testing doesn't finish up till next week, but as soon after that as I can, I will have it for you, and I want to make sure that you guys get that. And if you are here and an RGR fan, I'm going to have the athletic matrix and the draft guide, two separate documents and downloads and products, just like we did last year. I'm going to have a special discount for you guys on RGR. That's going to be on the Monday night stream. So make sure you can hit the Q&A on Monday night, and that will have the discount code in it. I'm looking forward to that. Also want to give a shout out. I'm wearing mine. This is the All Juice Team sweatshirt in honor of Therese Paler. And if you want to contribute over to what the scholarship fund is in honor of Therese and in his name at Howard U, you can go do that here at the streamer below. We're going to get into everything that's going on with us in this draft, up, down, sideways. It looks like Aaron Morrow is in our chat. I'm glad to see it. Julian's here. I'm sure Avery will make it too. A lot of members, a lot of new members this week. Welcome, everybody. If you didn't get a chance to see it, just dropped the Zoom stream for the All Pros and Elites. We just did that, and I put it up for all the members. I think it's rookies and above. Might be, rookies and above. You can all see that now. So it's a little bit of a backlash, but not safe for work. So if you are going to throw that on when we're done here, make sure you're careful about it. Doug, thank you. I'm glad you got your shirts. I'm working on hats. It's the products that they offer at Teespring are not my favorite. So I am looking at having to move a store to a different aspect to hopefully get some of the better quality stuff. And we'll move on from there. And you also had a question, is one for Aaron Morrow. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get to that. Now, folks, I will ask your opinions as we move along the way. Please, if you want to contribute, throw them out there. If you want a super chat, please do, but make sure that I get a chance to see it and you throw out who your selection is. I'm not going to be doing a whole ton of Q&As, but we're going to be very specific about draft selections. Julian, I like the way that you're going. I just saw yours. We'll see if it falls out that way. I was a little surprised. I thought Terrace Marshall was going to run well. He's an athletic guy. I really like his power and getting in and out of his cuts. For a dude that came in at 6'0", 2'5", that's 6'2" and 5'8". He ran really, really well. He ran as fast as Jamar Chase. And so I think there is value there, and I think the Chiefs will have an opportunity. We're going to see if it falls for us here tonight as we do this live. I'm going to take this banner off so we can switch over to the screen share here in a second, if I can get that to click over. Members, I appreciate everything you guys have been doing for us lately. And if you guys want to become members, it's real easy. There's a join button down somewhere well on the other side of the screen now. It's in blue. I'm going to adjust the camera here so you can see me a little bit better as we go through this mock. And the mock is going to be kind of fun. I need to pump it up one level in Zoom, I believe. There we go. And hopefully, as we select for the Chiefs and we get cut in here, we're going to do all the rounds. And we'll probably have it select fast for us. That looks like it's visible enough for me. Let me know in the chat if you guys don't. Let's see. Patrick, do you think we'll have a second or third round to get an OT? I think it all depends on how it falls. Truly, Really happy about this. Jay Sims, Tylan Wallace didn't run that well. I have to look at his numbers again. But I did feel that I was a little surprised that it wasn't better than that. I do have all the numbers here in front of me, so bear with me just a second. I'll even put it over here on this monitor so I can see it a little bit better. And where did Tylan come out? Because I already ranked it according to the Matrix. And unfortunately, he did run all the tests, so credit to him. A lot of guys have had to miss one thing or another. He did run all the tests, came out at 4.48, so his straight line speed is fine. But overall, came in as an under average, and I keep a 7-year average. He did come in the lower part of that, underneath that threshold. So we're going to have to check that out. And I'll be interested to see where it goes in here. Now, again, haven't gone back to PFF because of the trade thing. Haven't gone back to FanSpeak because of the boards. So we are sticking with the Draft Network mock machine. Credit to everybody over there, including Kyle and Joe and Trevor and Ben and all the guys over there. I'm sure a bunch of you hang out over there as well. I'm a member as well. It's how I can do the trades. I just can't find the message board, so I'm not in there very much. So I'm not in there at all. Dan keeps telling me I have to, but I'm not biting yet. So I think we'll do 2 drafts tonight. I appreciate you guys jumping in here a little bit early because my family schedule has changed a little bit. I have some kid activities that are starting now that it's the spring quarter and some athletic competitions that I need to be there for my kids, and they do happen at night. So that's why we're moving this, and the Monday is going to move up an hour next week as well. So we're going to start hitting those a little bit earlier and get them out and get us onto our evenings a little bit better. So thank you for bearing with me, and I appreciate it. It is temporary for those of you that won't be able to make it. It's just here for through the summer, and then we'll be back to normal come camp. So that's going to be the deal. We're going to get started here, and we'll just let it run. I expect that we're going to get multiple offers here, so we're going to see just how it comes out. And again, because of the timing and what's going on tonight, I'm drinking tea, not beer tonight. So shout out to all you brewers that have been kind enough to send me some samples and things. I do appreciate it. And we have a pick offer. I'm not really excited about it. Like, this is beyond where I want to go back to. The Cardinals are offering number 49. And yes, it's a slew of picks behind it. But 49 is too far to go back for me. I feel like that 18 pick gap is where a lot of talent is going to fall. And I don't want to miss out on that. I could move back to 40, and I think I'd be okay. But I don't think I'm happy going back to 49. So we're going to decline that. And we're going to take a look at who's on our board. Now, I will say this. Interesting that Stokes went not very far before the Chiefs were able to pick. Terrace Marshall did go higher to the Jags in this particular scenario. And I think that's perfectly viable. I do feel that, I think his pro day has really given the green light to a couple of teams that maybe had him right on the cusp of the first, second tier, right where the Chiefs were going to pick. I do think there are going to be teams that bump him up into the low 20s now. And Terrace Marshall is likely going to be off the board when the Chiefs pick, unless they want to go up and get him. If they do, then they have to be happy with a second tier tackle. I'm not sure that that's what they want to do. So that's where I'm at right now. Michael, I wasn't going to counter offer that one. They weren't going to be able to give me anything that I wanted. And that is to be in the top 40. I want to be somewhere between 34, where the Jets are, and this Bengals pick at 38. I do feel like we could go all the back to 39 or 40. I mean, the Broncos are going to trade with the Chiefs, but 41 and 39 are options, but I do feel there's some similarities in need there. So I don't necessarily want to go back that far. So what that leaves us is some very interesting options. Man, how Jamin Davis has crawled up this draft chart, right? Now, again, this is TDN's board. I don't have him over Zaven Collins, and I like him a lot, but I don't have him over Zaven Collins right now. I've done my 3 games of each. I think I've done 4, actually, of Zaven. And so Jamin's going to be on my refresh there before the draft. I will watch a little bit more of him as well. And Dan's going to cross-check me, just like the teams do. It's not going to be one set of eyes that sets our total grades. We're going to back and forth. And Jay Elder Hufanga did not test well for me. He actually lost some ground off of his film grade for me. So I am not that ecstatic to go get him. The interesting thing is Trayvon Moore is probably regarded as the best safety in this class. Is he the best athlete in the class at safety? No, he is not. I will reveal to you guys the top 5 of each position in terms of testing when it's all done. That will be the preview for the draft matrix. As all the numbers come out, the athletic matrix will show you the best players all the way down. I usually do enough for a draft board at a number of positions, but I'll give you the top 5. At least as a little preview. But I don't think that that's a position of need. I don't think it's enough to overcome the fact that they have multiple tackles available to them. And they have multiple linebackers, and Jamin being one of them, Zaven Collins being another. Two that guys generally feel are revered as the best. I don't like the inconsistency that Christian Barmore brings. With the signing of Jerron Reed, I don't think that position's on the table in the first round. I just don't think that it has enough value. Cosme now over Eichenberg is interesting. I'm not sure that teams agree with that. I'm not sure teams agree with much on those guys, to tell you the truth. RJ, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Collins seems to lift up the defense. You're absolutely right. Are we totally sold on Cosme as today went? No, I'm not. And I agree with you there. Really interesting that this week, and I just said this on the podcast that we just finished a couple minutes ago, it'll be up in about an hour. So everybody go get subscribed to Locked On Chiefs if you're not. Coach Kelly at Notre Dame came out and said that he thinks Liam Eichenberg is a plug-and-play guy at right center. I was shocked by that. Like, why would you dumb down the kid's credit there at the last minute? I was pretty surprised with that. I still feel Liam plays on the left. He can play on the left. So can Cosme. Cosme's, I thought their reach was quite different when I looked. Let me pull up those numbers real quick. And that unfortunately was a problem in my mind, that you need to have the reach. And let's see, Liam's 33 and 7/8. And Cosme, I wanted to say, I don't have his. I'm going to have to look that back up. Cosme came in shorter. So that is a little bit of an issue. And it's something that the teams really go on is arm length for the left tackles in particular. And I agree. I think he's a little overrated at this point. Where is he on this board? 31, right where we're picking. Always interesting as well, but I don't think Owe fits the need. At his level, I think, of production does not fit the need. So I'm still here between Cosme and Eichenberg. And just because we haven't taken Cosme, I think we'll do it this time, RJ. Don't get upset. We're going to go through it and grab him as a fulfillment of a need and at a grade that we are comfortable with, as if we were. Thomas Roebuck, thank you very much for your super chat. I'm sure you'll come back with something here in a bit. Okay, I addressed OA for you guys. Cosme is upside. That's true, Spicy. Good point. Okay, now the Patriots want to get out of 46. They want us to give them 2 picks to do it. No thanks, Bill. I'm not playing your reindeer games. Onzarike goes. Landon Dickerson goes. Alex Leatherwood goes. Jabril goes. Not interested in moving back from 63 to 99. You people are crazy in Dallas. And same actually goes for 76. I'm not moving all the way back there. So this is going to be an interesting draft because nobody seems to be offering value. So what did we see here? What we saw was Jabril went. I'm sure Jamin went much earlier than that, or probably right after we picked. After we picked, it went Javonte Williams, running back, 32. That'd be 2 years in a row with a running back at the number 32 selection. Then a couple of edge rushers. I do like Joe Tryon. He did have a good pro day. Then Jamin went. Nick Bolton still in the first round. It'll be interesting to see if that happens. Kelvin Joseph outran expectations. He does get a little lift, I think. Then Zaven. We're here. Baron Browning going higher than I think he actually will. Dan and I are going to have a long argument about that. I think you guys will dig it. Onzarike, Landon, tight end. Got a tight end off the board. Asante Samuel. I think he's going to be a nickel in the league, but I do like his game. Jabril, Brady Christensen. There was a second-tier tackle. And this is why I decided to just stay with the tackle in the first round, because the athletic tackles are now off the board. If we go look at the tackles, and let's see who's been drafted. So we got all the way through. Tevin Jenkins went earlier than we took Cosme, right? Eichenberg lasted a little bit longer, but then Radens, then Leatherwood, then even Javen Mayfield, who I think is actually a guard. I don't think he's going to play in there. So now you're left with this top end of the developmental part, and I think Brady Christensen is a great fit for the Chiefs in terms of the inside-outside zone that they want to run. We'll see if that happens. Spencer Brown's climbing up boards. James Hudson is falling off a little bit. But definitely the quality of the tackle versus Cosme, I think you can see the upside from here. And I hope that that's apparent to everybody as well. Mike Daniel, I would actually be happy with Hubbard in the 4th. He has a lot of potential and is a home run hitter. He does. I think he really hurt himself going back to school. I feel bad for him. I think he would have been a lot higher a year ago. I like where you're at, Kevin. I think I took him last week and got all kinds of grief for it, and that's perfectly fine. That's what this is for all of us to sit around and have a good time and really get into the debate. And Elijah is still on the board here at 63. That is really interesting to me. He didn't quite run as well as I expected. In fact, I don't think he did agilities at all. Let me double check that. Where is he? Yeah, he came in under average. Now, he didn't run the agilities. I hear that they are going to have a chance to rerun. If they do, and his agilities are higher than what is the 7-year average, then I think he will bump up and he will be certainly in the top half of the above average players. That said, I think he is more of a safety than a corner. And definitely I think he can play nickel. I don't have any disparities in his film. I feel great about his film. I am a little disappointed with the run, but that could have been just the test. You know, it is what it is. Davian Nixon, I've heard a lot of guys that are high on him. I'm not sure that, here at 63, if that's really a value we want to look at. So Molden's one of our options here. Richie Grant, I know people that have Grant as their top safety over Morik. So I think that's something to consider and keep an eye on. Let's see. Wyatt Davis is more athletic than he appears, I think. I'm still not sure at this point. I think the Chiefs are pretty much maxed out on guards. So it comes back to Creed Humphreys off the board. So there's one center down. Landon Dickerson's off the board. That's 2 centers down. I don't know where Josh Myers is ranked on this board right now. Let's have a quick look. He's down here at 78. There's him and Quinn Meinerz. Those are the last 2 main guards. And I don't even know if Quinn is on this list anymore. So I would be tempted if Creed were here to go and grab him. He went 6 picks ago. And that would be certainly a good conversation to have. Jabril did not test. He had a slight hamstring pull, but he did make a statement. And that's part of, I was hoping we were going to have a chance at him here at 63 because of that, but it doesn't seem that it's taken effect yet. But he had a hamstring pull, and that's an interesting one. He's going to have a chance to rerun. He says he's going to do the full battery, and I think that he should, because he has a chance to come out as the most athletic linebacker in this class if he can run and get that testing successfully. So I'm glad that you pointed that out. Thank you. Danilo says no tiny CVs. That's what they said about Tehran. So I'm just saying, there's a case to be made. Yeah, we're going to have that argument. There's Carlos Basham as well. There's Tommy Tremble, who ran really well. I want to say he is now TE3 in the athletic matrix. Let me go over to that one and take a look. I lied. He's TE4. But he ran a really nice day. He also did not do the agilities himself. So if he does choose to redo those, he has a chance to improve his score. Ran a 4.6, jumped 36.5, and over a 10-foot broad. Like he showed that he's got more power than just blocking behind the line of scrimmage. He has the ability to be an athlete as well. 75. 75 is the Cowboys, Michael. I'm not sure. Oh, is Quinn in here and I just rolled past him? Oh, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so that brings us to an interesting question. So did they bring him up over Josh Myers? Is that what we're seeing? Because I am tempted to go lineman at this point. And they did. They have raised Quinn Meinerz. And a lot of this, I think, is due, quite frankly, to Daniel Jeremiah's putting Quinn Meinerz in his top 50. I was surprised by that, but more power to him. So just for giggles, what do you guys think of going Quinn Meinerz here? It's a little bit early for his ranking, but let's, for fun and giggles, give Patrick everything that he needs in a double selection along the offensive line. What do y'all say? Hit me with a comment down below here. And hey, if you're watching on replay too, let me know what you think of that as well. Dadeyu, thank you very much for the super chat. I always look forward to Thursday's live mock. Thank you. I'm glad. You can just call me Day. Okay. Day. Okay. Day. I'm going to do that. And I'm glad that you put it out there so I can actually do it right. Let's knock on wood that I actually get that. Casey, I tend to agree with you, but there are people that are out there that feel that he has more range in particular. And I'll be interested to see. I know Richie ran today. I don't have his test results confirmed yet, so I haven't run Richie through the matrix. But he will be there. RJ, welcome to the memberships. Glad you made it. I'm just trying to make sure for Aaron pick Tremble. I picked Tremble for Aaron last week. He's okay. You prefer Meinerz. Second round Meinerz is still a reach. A day 3 guy for Meinerz? I don't know. I definitely have him in day 2. I did not have him above 63. I will tell you that. Amon-Ra, no on Tremble. Who'd you take? Okay, Ted, if you missed it, I took Cosme because we've never selected him in one of the live mocks before, so we went with it. So, okay, so I'm just trying to see if anybody else really stands out besides Quinn, and we're going to do another mock here in a couple of minutes, you guys. We're taking a lot. I'm talking a lot right now, so we'll get to it. I would be tempted at Molden, but I understand why people might not be. I do love his game. Daniel Jeremiah has him in the top 50 as well. Carlos Basham is good, but I think 68 is a little bit high for his ranking as well. I'd be comfortable with him a little bit lower. I like Tyson Campbell. I think that range is about right. Second half of the third is where I have him. By the way, Peyton Turner, I do like his game as well. I think that's higher than he'll go. I think he's below Quincy Roche, to tell you the truth. Keitair, Benjamin, St. Juice, I think they'll both go lower than that. So there's options. But let's just, for the fun of it, get Patrick what he needs, and we'll take Quinn. Never been able to take Quinn before, so hey. And Michael, I think that's partly due to you. So thanks for updating the TDN guys and getting him on there. So, David, you're right. And that's kind of why I went from there. I prefer Humphreys. He's my number 1. And if you guys missed it, Landon Dickerson was doing cartwheels in the background of the interview with Mac Jones this week. I found that really entertaining. He definitely has the upside. He's a great, nasty player, and I like Landon Dickerson a lot. He seems to have the great personality to go with it too, to fit into teams and keep things loose. I'm tempted, even despite the injuries there. If he were on the board at 63, I'd take him. I just can't justify with 31 with that kind of injury history. So we're back at 94. Amon-Ra St. Brown is top on the board, and I do happen to agree. I think he should be ranked above 94, so that makes sense to me. Paulson Adebo is an interesting corner, though. I will say that. You see, right here, you see a bunch of long, tall corners that have some speed but don't necessarily have the change of direction skills. That is the truth for, I want to say, Adebo actually ran pretty good now that I remember. Before I say something I shouldn't, let me double check that. Yeah, his change of direction actually was really well, and he ran 4.42. Keith Taylor ran pretty well. So there are a number of corners there. You guys let me know in the chat if you feel like if this is a good spot for one. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is certainly the best wide receiver on the board. I would agree with that as well. Tyler Shelvin's an interesting guy from LSU. My guy Jalen Twyman, I think he belongs going below this in the 125 to 140 range is my guess. So this is too early for him. Cam Sample, I'm not sure how well he can be productive in the league. I have a little bit of doubt there. The next round, Deo, I think, is an interesting edge if we needed to do that. But right now, we've gone offense. I feel like we need to go with a defensive player. I'm tempted to go with the Stanford guy. What do you guys think? Julian's with me. Danilo likes Amon-Ra. I just feel like we can't go all offense in the top 100. You know what I mean? But you know what? That's what we're doing this time. So you guys win. Julian, we'll get ours next time. So we'll take Amon-Ra. So we've gone offense. And now it's going to be best of board. And I really do feel like we're going to have some options on the defensive side. Okay, Doug asked, do you think that they can get a wide receiver in the third or fourth possibly? Yes, absolutely. And in the fifth. There are plenty of guys out there. Julian, you like him? He's a cover 3 corner for me. I don't see him playing man-to-man very well in the league and having success. So Danilo, I've tried to trade back a couple of times and haven't had much, and I just don't want to waste the time to go hunting for a draft. So if I'm not offered, I'm not going to make trades this particular time, just because we're a little pressed for time and stuff like that. Let's see. Is he here? Yes, he's here. I am tempted to go once again with Dalen Hayes. I actually talked to him the other day at his pro day press conference. I got to ask him a couple questions. One in particular was like how that he felt that he's had this great story off the field, but how has he developed to take his continued perception to the NFL? And I liked his answer. He feels like despite all the accolades he's gotten for his development to this point, that he's ready to get to work and continue that. And when you look at his pass rush productivity, the volume of pressures that he produces per pass rush snap, he's right up there with the best of them in this class. It's just that he was platooned. Notre Dame rotates their edge rushers quite a bit. And quite frankly, I wanted to see a little bit more explosion from him. His pro day numbers did come in. And where were they? Evidently, they're not in my sheet because I didn't get them updated yet. So I'm going to have to go back to that. Yeah, they should be in there. Okay. Anyway, I may have missed that one. So he's available. His partner in crime is as well. Deo, I can't pronounce his name. Ogunjie, I think. Deo from Vanderbilt is here. Patrick Jones is here. I mean, it seems like if we need an edge and we want somebody to go on to that defensive line to kind of supplement, it feels like this is a good spot for it the way this is falling. What do you guys think? Okay, Avery likes Jones and Weaver. Adebo or Cisco, huh? Did Cisco go? Cisco's got a nose for the ball. I will tell you this, though. He has fallen off in terms of ball production every single year he's been in college. So I do have one little iffy kind of thing about him. We do have another pick and 8 more picks, so we're going to get a couple of guys in this range. There is David Moore. I know a lot of guys like him, and I don't blame you. But again, I think they are chock full of guards, and unless you are center specific, I don't think an interior guy is going to work right now. Dalen, James Wiggins ran really well and has a lot more speed at the free safety spot than I thought. Would be able to play too high with Juan and really be productive, I think. Caden Stearns is down there. We can come back to him as well. Oh, I wonder, did Jacoby go? Did Jacoby Stevens go? I don't know if you guys saw him, but interesting that the league is the Chiefs brought up a proposal to the league to allow bigger ranges of player numbers. And if that were to happen, Tyron, who wore number 7, Jacoby did go, as did Andre Cisco. If the Chiefs were to bring in Jacoby Stevens, who wore 7 at LSU, and Tyron wore 7 at LSU, you could see a little like, hey, who's going to get to wear 7 for the Chiefs? I think that would be really interesting. That said, we don't need to look at everyone. We need to make a selection. So I'm going to go to you guys and let you decide. Peyton Turner, Julian said, I agree. I like his game. Aaron, you and Ryan and all the guys. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Appreciate that very much. And thank you, Doug, for reminding me to say that. I never say that enough. Dang. I'm just not here in my right mind. Stone Forsyth has been climbing up boards as well. But we did take a tackle early. I mean, I know they could definitely use 2 of them. I just don't know 136 is enough justification. I do think they need to get somebody on the field right away with this pick. The LB from it's Chaz Surratt, Julian. And he's okay. At this level, he's certainly worth a look. I would not take him in the top 100. I don't feel he plays downhill very well. Charles Snowden, he's going to be a skinny edge, is my thought. I don't know how he's going to work out. There's some wide receiver depth that we're going to get into here in a minute. So it's edges or Forsyth. And let's see. Most of Andy's drafts have been more D than O. Yeah. I'd have to go back and look at that, but you're probably right. Most of his top picks have been offense, though, haven't they? The top 100s. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Juan's in there, Collins in there. So maybe I'm wrong. It's just my perception. Why not take the Stanford tackle, Michael said. One, because I'm not certain that he can stay healthy. Walker Little is the guy you're talking about. He has an injury history. I am a little bit concerned about it going into the league. And quite frankly, he tested very poorly. He does not fit the athletic player that the Chiefs usually go for on their offensive line. So that's my two thoughts. Whereas Forsyth actually tested out pretty well. I have to go check him again. I wanted to say he came out above the average, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Walker Little did not. Okay, no. Oh, I wasn't going to give that away. We'll talk about that when it comes up. So let's make this selection. You guys seem Redarius. Casey, I think they're actually going to bring Breeland back. So I'm not going to make a huge run for that right now. What did we do? Now I'm getting so turned around. I forgot what we already did. Okay, we got the receivers. So defense is where we're looking. We're not going to, I think we're going to forego Stone for here. So we're going to look edge. So my favorite two are going to be Dalen or Deo. Deo's ranked higher, so we'll go him for right now. Maybe next time around we'll get the other one. DJ likes Stearns. I took him last week. So I'm trying to move this around to see where these ranges are for guys. So we come back 8 picks later, and Dalen's still here. So if we wanted to double up, we could. We still have Ambry Thomas available. Caden is still here. Kari Vincent's here. I like his possibilities. And that's, 150 is about right where I would think you could start looking. Derek Forrest ran nearly as good as Wiggins did today. That's interesting. What do we have left? Let's have a look here. We have this pick. Then we have 175, 180, and 206. So we're going to get some guys. This is going to be like the first mock I've done where we didn't trade at all, I think. So best player on here right now that I think fits and can actually help them on the field is the guy that could take over and let Juan move down into the box eventually, maybe next season. Dan Sorensen is back on a 1 year. I know that makes you sad, Danilo, but 1 year is better than none. Kevin, he is definitely on my radar for sure. 6'4" safety, I think was 6'4" was Cisco. Is Cisco 6'4"? I can't remember. No, he can't be, right? Sorry, I'm checking real quick here. Divine Diablo is 6'3". Oh, it's Israel Mukwamu, who played cover 3 corner in college that I think should move to safety. I like that guy. But I think the guy that can help here is James Wiggins. We're going to put him back there. Now, I like Caden Stearns. I like him a lot, Danilo, and you're right about him. But I do feel that Wiggins fits a little bit more of what they want in terms of he's a little bit taller. Or is he? No, he's not. He's a little bit heavier is what it is. They're right about the same speed. I think they tested exactly the same. And I think at that point, it's kind of a toss-up. But we're going to do that for that since I took Caden last time. So now we're down a little bit deeper. And now is where we got to start thinking about real value. And the two that stand out to me as the way that's dropped, Divine Diablo is one of them. But since we just took safety, we're not going to do that. Trey McKitty just went. And I think that is significant. he is one of the guys that lower on the list I think could be a tight end value. There's one who just ran today down at UCF that I think is going to be a wide receiver transplant to tight end that I'm interested in. But it comes down to me to these two guys right here, 165 and 166. So I'll put it to you guys. Shaka Toney, who I think is an underrated edge, or Josh Mortabebe. I think that's the way you say it. I think Michael told me that one next time. Let me know what you guys think. Hit it down here in the chat right now. There are more. I will say this. There is more depth here still remaining at the wide receiver spot than there is at the edge spot. Now, didn't we just take Deo as well? We did just take Deo like 2 picks ago. So that is a thing there as well. Like I'd love to see Puka on this roster. He's going to be UDFA. There's no reason to go take him. I think Hubert might last till the 7th too. In reality, he probably won't in this mock, but in reality, he might. So it is about depth versus opportunity here. Let me see what you guys are saying. Grant Stewart, Tony. Okay, it looks like Tony's the choice, huh? Okay. You did not like Josh. Okay. All right, cool. I'm down with Tony. I like his game, and I think always such a specimen. I think he gets overlooked a little bit. So I am satisfactorily optimistic that Shaka can do something in the league. Okay, so we are back on the board just a few picks later. 6 picks, and now I think we can start to look. There's Simi Fihoko, who's still here. Interesting. Would that be our second Stanford guy? No, we did not get a Debo. So more edges. Hubert is here as we thought. Again, in real life, I don't know that that's going to be the case. Okay, Johnson's in here. We have all our standards. It looks like we're going to get down to the Terry Tamorians and those. Cornell Powell. I don't know. I know he tested pretty well. He just didn't seem overly explosive when we saw him at the Senior Bowl. And I got to admit, that's carrying some weight for me. Drake Jackson tested really well as an interior guy, by the way. Marco Wilson tested extremely well. He just doesn't seem to have his act together on film. He would be a guy, honestly, that would be maybe we'll take him in the last round because he does seem like he's going to be a Bo Keys kind of, you can draft him, but you have to develop him kind of guy. So let's hold off on corners for now because I think we have a couple of options there. So let's get back into the weapons. Drew Dalmore. Yep, he ran pretty well. Didi, I don't know that he's there though, unless you're pointing it out that I just scrolled past him and missed it. So let me change this to interior line. Drake. Oh, Drew. Okay. Oh, he's way down there in this ranking. I don't think that's true. I think he will get drafted. 300 is not a draftable guy here. I think he definitely will, but maybe we can dig him with the last selection as well. Danilo, you have a very good point on Wild Goose. He is very, very quick with his feet, and I like that. RJ, I like Drake as well. TEs, Doug, good point. I kind of lost track of the TEs after McKitty went. Pro Wells is an interesting guy from TCU. Noah Gray tested pretty well, and I think this is going to be my sweetheart UDFA guy, Luke Farrell, who actually tested pretty well for expectations as well. So I don't think we're going to push it on them. We're going to take the best that we can see is available here. And so let's go back to that. We have 2 edges, so we will not go edge. We don't need another safety, although I like Divine Diablo. Cornell, we talked about. Hubert. Then we get into Bobby Brown. I mean, I don't know. Jalen Darden has a lot of love out there. We don't have a corner. Maybe we'll just go with Danilo's choice. There's not a whole lot of corner depth left except for Marco, who will probably be later. Kando's here. We took a safety, so I think we're set there because I don't think they can draft a second one. I just don't think there's enough room on the roster. Thomas Graham, Marco, Cam Bynum, Norwood, Paris Ford. All right, hit me with your last idea what we should do here, you guys, and I will make it happen. You want speed at the wide receiver, I believe. Oh, did they move Terry up? Maybe I'm wrong. By the way, Racy McMathie ran really well yesterday. I believe he was the fastest of the LSU wide receivers, beating Jamar Chase and Terrace Marshall. It just doesn't move laterally very well. Grimes, no. Tamari Terry's still here. Marquez Stevenson is still here. So yeah, we have those options, you guys. So we'll wrap this up here pretty quick. We're going to go gung-ho style. And just because I am a sucker for guys that play corner, we're going to go with Danilo's guy here. We'll see what comes back. We may end up with two young corners again, which may actually work out given the fact that we don't know about Breland. I think he's going to come back. It doesn't seem that he has much market, but we don't know that. And dang, we've gone 40 minutes on this one. We got to do another one. Okay, so we are at 207. This is our last pick. Oh, we could go Puka. I'm trying not to do that. Let's see. Thomas Graham. We have Brandon Smith. Marco Wilson's here. Again, a guy that I think needs to be in the last two rounds of the draft, but he is worth a draft pick, I think. Racy McMath's here. Trayvon Grimes is here. Terry is here. Jonathan Adams is here. I think he's the biggest stretch of all these guys. Marquez Stevens is here. I think he's the lowest on this list, but I think he's the guy that I like the most. What do you guys think? Oh, Lachlan Chant, thank you very much. I didn't see your super chat. How many rings could Mahomes honestly win? I mean, if they get this thing shored up, he could win 5 or 6. Can he catch up to Brady? I don't know. I think that's a stretch. Adams Jr. We got to vote for him. We got to vote for Adams. 2 votes for Adams. 3 votes for. Okay, we're going to go Adams. Just because you guys want him. And we'll wrap that up. That should be our last pick, I do believe. So we'll let that finish. So, I mean, overall, take a look at this. We're looking at line, wide receiver, ended with wide receivers. You have 2 new bodies in camp. One that's really, really good size. Not that they'll ever use the jump ball with him. We got 2 edges in Deo and Shaka. I'm really happy with that. Got Quinn Meinerz. And got James Wiggins. So you're helping the secondary for those people that are going to come after them. So Landon Young, KCK, that is a good point. I like Landon too. And he tested really well yesterday too. Or the other day, 2 days ago now. So that's what we did this first time. Interesting. We're not going to bother to save it. We're just going to start over. And hopefully we have more trades this time. I might just have to get a little bit crazy with this one if we do start getting some trade offers. Alabama. I see you, Kansas City Chiefs. She's got Belldozer back, so TE2 is okay. I do not agree with you, Casey. I do not think he's a weapon. They may agree with you and may be happy to just kind of call that a position that they don't need to upgrade. I disagree. Okay, now here's a trade that I could possibly go with. Going back to 46. That's outside my preferred zone, but it's not terribly far outside my preferred zone. But I'm going to decline it. What I want to do is go with the Jets or the Eagles is what I think I want to do. So I want to go from here to here, and I want your 3rd round pick. And they're like, you're crazy. But if I give you my 6th and I get a 3rd, I'm happy to do it. And the Jets just got themselves a second 5th-year option. Very good. Well done. I hope you guys enjoy that. And they took a running back with it. Yeah, that's kind of, I got nothing. Okay, so they'll give us a 4th to move back to 45. No thanks. They'll give us 5 and 2 6s to go all the way back to 52. Nope. And nope. Okay. So again, because we lost out on Terrace Marshall, just before us, like it was not worth for me to hang around for that. So that's my thoughts in general. Now we have Barmore. We have Jamin Davis and Zaven Collins. We still have Eichenberg. And it looks like Cosme went. Is that correct? Cosme went at 25. That's redonkulous. I do not think that is going to happen. So the question becomes the linebacker, Eichenberg, or possibly Creed Humphrey. What do y'all got? Hit me in the chat. I'm going to vote for Collins. I'd be tempted to take Jamin right here only because I've never seen him listed this high before. Another vote for Creed. Mike Daniel, super chatter. Thank you, Mike. What do you got? So does signing Burton mean Reed knows he has to run more? Did you hear that the Pollard rumor? I did not hear any Pollard rumor. I don't know what Pollard you're talking about, to be honest. But hit me, Mike, and explain it to me. I'm guessing, and Danilo, I need to hear from you. Zaven or Jamin? Oh, okay. You're still on Zaven. Okay. David Bell, I agree with you. But we just took a tackle last time. Julian says go Creed. FAKC. I guess it's baseball season. I'm glad you guys are into it. I will never know the difference because baseball season, spring training, and all that is just draft season to me. Liam, Creed. Looks like we're pretty safe. Pretty split here. Eichenberg and Humphrey. And Adam said Bernard Pollard says he's coming. Bernard Pollard's going to be back? Dude, I talked to him. I had him on RG Horror last year. You didn't say nothing to me about coming back. That's awesome. Eichenberg, Creed, Zaven. Okay, so it's a three-man race. Zaven, Liam, or Creed. Man, I like all those players. We just took the tackle, though, so we're going to go Zaven. And we're going to see what happens here. I think Creed's going to go really quick here. Yep, he's gone. He went 48 to the Raiders, of course. Jabril went 50 to the Dolphins. Brady Christensen just went off the board. He was the guy I was hoping to get with the second round pick. The tackle that I was hoping to get with the second round pick. I think he fits. He reminds me very, very much of Eric Fisher in that he's an athlete, but he's underpowered. It's very interesting. What do you guys got in here? Nope, you guys are okay. Aaron would have gone Eichenberg. So Osai is an edge rusher. Levi's on here. Milton, Reggie, Tommy. So all the second-tier tackles went. Is that what you're telling me? And so this is my concern. This is why I'm a little concerned the Chiefs almost have to go tackle with their first-round pick because at 63, look, they're all gone. I mean, even Radinson, Leatherwood, Mayfield, who's going to be a guard. I mean, you're down here to Jackson Harmon, Spencer Brown, Hudson. I think I would actually put Spencer Brown above Jackson Carman right now. So maybe we'll do that. You guys comfortable with doing that? Casey, you're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. Kelvin Joseph is not a steal at 34. Kelvin Joseph is about as raw as it gets. I think he will be good, but I don't think you have to get him at 34. Let's see here. All right, I am tempted to go with the tackle here because if we go past this, I will tell you guys this, you won't get a tackle that you can start. So that means that you have to have one already on your roster. Spencer Brown, you said, and that's kind of where I'm leaning. Doug, I would like to. Reggie signed somewhere. I can't remember where it is. Casey says Hudson. So we've got a Hudson. We've got, and Julian's told me this before that he's really a fan of Carmen. I'm just not sure with the way that he moves, though, Julian. Like, I don't know. When I watch him on film, I don't see as much smoothness as I want to see for a guy that moves that way. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me double check him. Oh yeah, he didn't test. That's why I didn't get any more information on that. So he's still just living off of his grade for me, which is third round. Okay. So at 63, we all seem kind of split here. Any more? Neil likes Hartman. Chase says Spencer. Case, like we're all over the place. Like if we were all working for years, would be hurting by now. I don't see anybody else that's really standing out. Like you could go Carlos Basham. Maybe he could make an impact. Yeah, he would. Quinn's here again. We're not going to take him because we took him last time. Peyton Turner, I like him. Quincy Roche was productive. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's narrow it down. Carmen or Spencer Brown? We've taken Carmen before on this mock draft live, so we're going to go Spencer this time. We will get the tackle, so we've got that position covered. Dylan, thanks for your super chat. Will the Chiefs and Veach consider moving up? I'm sure they will. Pats will do 15 and 46 for 31 and a fourth. Oh, and next year's first. I ain't giving up next year's first. I don't think Veach will either. He was pretty vocal when they didn't have a first round pick that he really did not feel comfortable with that, because it really does tie your hands about moving around. So I doubt that they give up next year's. Jackson. I think you're talking about Jackson Carman, right? Just because he did it in college doesn't mean he will definitely do it in the NFL. But did I misspeak? Jalen Mayfield's the guy that I think becomes a guard no matter what. I think Carmen's a developmental tackle. Maybe I misspoke before. 95. I don't want to go back that far. 92 and a seventh. No. 95 and a seventh. Okay, so we're not going to take those. So we're on the board at 86. We still have 94 as well. So we're doing good. And now we get to the point where we have an opportunity. We have done linebacker and tackle. So we have some viability there. Those are two holes where I think you could see a starting position in the next couple of weeks or couple of years, I mean. And now you have Josh Myers, who could come in and become the heir apparent at tackle. The Austin Blythe signing is just a tread water position. So that's viable. Tyson Campbell's a corner that I like. He's got to get better at playing the ball at the catch point, but he can certainly move and would replace Ward in a heartbeat, I think. Peyton Turner's an interesting edge. Roche is an interesting edge at that level. I think it's perfectly fine to take those guys, but they might be here when we pick in 8 picks. So let's take the center and see what we get at 94 and see who survives. Okay, so we lost out on the corner from Georgia who just went, I think. Yeah, he went up here at 87. Oh, he was the next pick, basically. We lost out on Adebo, so he's gone too. Roche went. So that should leave us Hunter, right? Or did I? Oh, no, Peyton Turner went right after Campbell. Okay, so Tyler Wallace, who didn't have the best run. Carmen's here again. Do you guys want to double up on developmental tackles? That would be kind of interesting. How about the Florida left tackle? Which one's the Florida left tackle? I don't remember. Am I spacing? Oh, Forsythe. Yeah. I think he's going to be lower down. That's why we haven't gotten there yet, you guys. This better be a joke, dude. I'm going to pause here. Oh, no, I'm not because I don't have Twitter pulled up. I think that'd be interesting. Maybe that means they get draft value for him. I don't know. Let's see. That's a really interesting question, Joshua. At the time, they felt that he might. I don't know. I really don't know. I hope that he is. I think that like sets them up ahead of time. Hey, if McColl is playing a practical joke and he actually said that on some kind of social media and it is an April Fool's joke, he has some balls on him. Because he just might speak that into existence if he's not careful. Let's see. Man, okay, so I'm not that high on Griffin. I like Taylor, but I think the tackles are better here, both Hudson and Carman, than Taylor is. They would both probably be higher on my board and relative position value as well. Cisco's down at 111. I think that's a little far to reach from 94. McQuam was at 120. We're going to have my eye on him. So we're going to double dip. We're going to take Jackson Carman too. I know a lot of you guys wanted him the last time. So, hey, this is going to be the draft that fulfills potential for Patrick to be protected for the long run. And Avery, I agree with you. Benjamin St. Juste is an interesting, but I do believe he is outside the top 100. I would not have taken him there. Clearly, I didn't. This is the guy. Oh, and he just went. Literally, as I say his name, Mukwamu. I think it's Mukuamu. I'm not sure. But he went at 130 when we're 136. I really think he can be an impact player. I really do. Let's see. So where are we now? According to their board, Dalen's here. Patrick Jones is here. Patrick Jones's production has been maybe not everything that you want. We're into those safety areas. Ellerson Smith's an interesting one. Small school guys are coming on a little bit lately. But I think clearly it comes down to, like right here, as we see this board, if this is our board, I think Dalen and Patrick Jones are the two best that I see right here for fit with the Chiefs. Trey Brown could be if they wanted to go get somebody that I think can just slide into the slot and stay there. Let's see. Who else you guys got? Stone. Let's see. Wide receivers. There's some wide receivers with a lot of speed late, John. We'll get to them. I've been taking the Olympian Schwartz over and over and over just because of that. You're absolutely right. Chase, Carmen is a guard to him. Okay, that's still fine. Whichever way it works out. Like from what I've seen, I think he's a tackle. I haven't seen anything that tells me he can't be unless do I have his arm length? I don't think. He didn't run his pro day. His arm length is 32 and a half. That will make some teams make him a guard. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I will say if you're going to have short arms, you have to have good hands to get guys' hands off of you, and I don't know that he has that. He does seem a little bit slow in his reactions and his hand fighting to me. I like that, Avery. Do you think we'll pick up a running back in the 7th round? Yeah, I think they certainly could. I think there'll be a number of guys out there. Stack bundles, there is another Neiman. I don't know if they're related or not. That's interesting. So let's see. I like Dalen. I'll give you guys the clip of when I asked him the questions, or at least a question. The other one was kind of I'll give you guys that, but I'm going to take him right here just so we can get this draft done. Because I am down to the last couple of minutes here. We're at 144 and we come back. And now Trey Brown is still there. Seth Williams has come into the picture. Chuba ran like a 4.39 today. Let's see. Caden Stearns is still here. Kari's still here. There's Schwartz, Olympic speed. Shai Smith is really quick as well. We have Shaka coming in there. I don't know. The guy that stands out to me right now that could slide in the slot is Trey. So we'll take Trey Brown. We'll get him in there. So we got the tackles. We got the O-line. A lot of options there. We got the impact player at linebacker. We have a power edge. And now we've got a nickel corner. I'm feeling good about like positionally how we're filling holes in this draft. David Bell, I think you'll have to explain what you mean by possession receiver. The Chiefs don't use a possession receiver. That's what Sammy Watkins was, of all things. When he went over the middle and that kind of thing. I don't think they're looking for a possession receiver at all. I think everybody has to have speed. John Barry, I think Webb's the only one left. Sean, I have not done Basher's film. I know that Danilo likes him. I know Dan's lukewarm. I haven't gotten down to the day 3. Like, wideouts are so deep. There's probably 35 to do film on, and I can't get stuck in that, or else I'll miss other guys that are top 100 picks. That's the film that I'm doing, no matter what, is the top 100s or guys that I think will be. So that said, we are now back on the clock. We don't have a weapon, and the top weapon on the board is Anthony Schwartz. You guys have seen me pick him before. Is there any reason not to pick him now? Because I'm tempted to just grab him and go. You all tell me. Schwartz definitely from Adam. Danilo likes Marlon Williams. Okay. Oh, was Marlon the guy that ran today? No, Marlon did not run very well for me. He's going to drop down. I'm not sure that I want him. It's the other guy. It's Harris. It's Jacob Harris from UCF that ran so well. Is he around just for giggles? He might not even be on their board, you guys. That's how deep a sleeper he is. Like, the only guy that I've even seen write him up is Dane Brugler, who's one of the best in the business and gets into the weeds. Let's see. Who else you guys got? Fehoko instead of Schwartz. Is Fehoko on the board? I can live with that. I like his game. We'll go Fehoko just because I always take Schwartz. And I do admit, Schwartz is a slot receiver. He would replace McColl. He would not play with him. And now we're right back on the board. Now, this is a scenario that could actually happen where the Chiefs have multiple late round picks and they go weapon, weapon, weapon. So let's go Marlon for Danilo because he likes it. And okay, Landon Young's out there too. Did I miss that? Or did he get taken? We have one more pick coming, I thought. Oh no, we gave it up, didn't we? Shoot, that might have been it, you guys. Yep, that's going to do it. So we at least got some things done. The wide receiver talent late, I think, is pretty good in terms of having at least something they can bring to the table. Whether it's speed or whether it's size or what it is. I think there's a lot of interesting options at wide receiver late. So I'm not terribly concerned about making sure they get one in the top 100 or even in the top 4 rounds. Let's see. Chase, thanks for the super chat. What do you think about the Kansas State CB AJ Parker? I have not watched his film. I've watched Hubert. I think he's the only Stater that I've watched so far. After I get the Matrix done, which should be here within the next week or so, then I'll be able to get back deeper into the film. Danilo's doing a bunch of stuff, and Dan's doing a ton of film, and we've got somebody else that's going to help us out, try to finish this up. But I'm just out of time, you guys, and I'm out of time tonight. So thank you for all you super chatters. Thank you for all of your opinions. I appreciate you coming in here. If you're new, like, sub, bell notification. That gets it all done. The likes for me, that helps us get found. The sub is for you to see more, and the bell is so that you don't miss anything. So I appreciate all you guys being here. All the new members, welcome. You guys are doing awesome. And hey, thanks, Doug. I appreciate that. We'll do it again next week. I hope you guys have a great one. We'll have a video for you tomorrow. We'll have something Sunday night as well, and then we'll be live again early, 1 hour again on Monday, and that'll start our regular routine. You guys have a great one. I'll see you next time.